Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Manchester United have defeated Southampton at 3-1 at Old Trafford, and they get their 3 points that they really needed. It was a bizarre game of football, so let's go ahead and talk about it. By bizarre, I mean Southampton was really good. Before I start, I would say that in my opinion, they really did not deserve to lose that game. But it just shows when luck is not on your side, things happen. Things like what happened today in that game happened to you. If I'm being very honest, Southampton were really good in that game. They came to Old Trafford. They did not back down. I went for a 2-0 win for Manchester United. That was my prediction. I said that even though United are really bad, they're just not going to lose to Southampton, especially at Old Trafford. I really did not think that was going to happen. But the way that Manchester United played tonight and the way that Southampton played, they are lucky that Amad'S turned up. Otherwise, Manchester United were nowhere good enough to win that game. I mean, they were really poor. That midfield is terrible. I don't really know what's happening. I really fail to understand what's happening at that club. Basically the midfield was not existent. The fullbacks, I mean, the way the Southampton wingers were having the time of their life, it was so easy for them to Soleimani, especially. I mean, the Euro had a terrible night tonight. Soleimani was having fun on the flanks, on the other hand side as well. It was so easy for Southampton to get past Manchester United player. It didn't look like that they were playing at Old Trafford, like that they were playing at St. Mary's. Southampton was so dominant. I really did not expect Southampton to be so dominant. I expected United to struggle a bit through phases of the game, but not to not like this. I mean Southampton just went at it and they took the game to United. I keep on saying to majority of the small teams who are struggling, when they come up against the big so-called big teams and they take the game to the big teams, majority of the time the big teams they feel the pressure that because they know everybody expects them to win. It doesn't matter what kind of form you are in. It doesn't matter what the situation of your club is in. If you are Manchester United and you're playing Southampton and it has Old Trafford, everybody expects you to win. I mean, that is the given. So of course, when Southampton come out and they take the game to you, of course the United players are going to be rattled, especially when they are in such a bad run of form, when they are not really performing. So I really like the approach from Southampton and their manager. They came in, they did not basically everybody now almost everybody has made up their mind that Southampton are gonna go down. I mean, they have 6 points after 21 games. It is not looking really good for them. But they came to Old Trafford, they took the game to Manchester United, and they took the lead as well. And it was a deserved lead. I mean, before the goal went in, it was basically Southampton dominating. They created so many chances. I think Andre Onana deserves huge praise. I think I know all the headlines are going to be Amad'S tonight, and deservedly so. But I think if Onana doesn't make those 4 or 5 crucial saves in the first half, I don't think Amad'S Hatrick could have saved the game for United. I think Southampton could have easily gone into the break with a 2-3 lead, with them. But Onana steps up, and I think he had a really good game. And it was just 1-0. And of course, the longer it is 1-0 in a football game, the more chance for the opponents to come back, get back into the game. I think Southampton were really good in the first half. They were good in the second half as well, but I think the first half was a lot better for them. United came back into the game in the second half. I think the way they approached the second half, it was really good. The way that they moved the ball, the way that they counter Southampton's aggression, man to man in the second half, it was quite evident that the difference. You could just see how pumped up they were for the second half as compared to the first half. It was like in the first half they were really bland. They came back in the second half and they fought back to Southampton, and it became kind of an end-to-end stuff. End-to-end game, and to be very honest with you, it shouldn't be an end-to-end game when United are playing Southampton and Old Trafford. But of course, as compared to the first half, I'm sure the United fans would have been really happy with the way that they performed in the second half, and still they were not able to break down Southampton's defense. You need to give Southampton a lot of credit. Unfortunately for them, they were just not able to hold on for the majority of the time, for the entirety of the game. Amad'S comes in. I have been a really big fan of Amad'S. If you have been watching my channel since since I've started posting a video about 6 months ago. Since 6 months, I've been saying the same thing, that Ahmad should be a starter for Manchester United. It is a given. The guy has a lot of talent. The kid really needs to play, and luckily for him, Amorim trusts him a lot. He trusts him more than Ten Hag. That was one of the biggest criticism I had for Ten Hag, that he continued to play other players in place of Ahmad, and where he should have focused more on Ahmad, and I think he would have won him a lot more games than which he has already done for Amad'S. He scored in the Manchester derby as well, a big moment for him. He has secured 3 points here for Manchester United in this game as well, where it did not look like Manchester United had a lot of possession in that second half. They created a lot of the chances, but the chances were not really good enough. Let's be very honest here. They were like half-hearted attempts. They were not real goal threats to Southampton. But Ahmad comes in and he scores those. He just wants to have some action every time, and I love players like this. When I look at Ahmad, it sort of reminds me of Thomas Rosicky. I know they played different positions. Rosicky was more like a number 10, and Ahmad is more like a winger. But like when Rosicky used to play for Arsenal, unfortunately he was injured for a lot of times. But whenever Rosicky used to play, like, he was on the move consistently. He was not, he was not static. He was not stable, and he was always looking for action, like continuously. It was just his head used to be like this, and I see a lot of that in Ahmad. Like, he is not afraid to take his chances. He's not afraid to sit back and let the game go by. He's one of those players. He's gonna grab the game by the scruff of his neck, and he's gonna fight with the game, the players. And I really like that about him. Even though he's a United player, he's a great talent. I unfortunately, I think United are underutilizing Ahmad, and in a way they are wasting his talent. They need to start him. In my opinion, he should have been like Bukayo Saka. The way that Bukayo Saka was thrust into the pit fire, and now we see Saka at the height of the world. Ahmad should have been like this. It's when he was coming through the academy, he should have been just ascending to the first team and let him do the thing. Because if they would have let him continue to play the game, I think he would have been a much better player than he is at the moment. He's a great player. Don't get me wrong. As I said, I really love him. But I think if he would have been there, he would have played more games. I think he would have been a much better player at his age currently. I really hope Amad'S continues to play him, because this kid is a really special player, and he showed to them in the way that he scored the goal, the first goal. That the desire, the hunger to get back, to make sure that he's the one creating. He was everywhere the moment he came on the pitch. You could just see the difference in Manchester United, and I think he deserves a great place. The first goal, the second goal, the link up play, he gives a back pass, he makes the run, he makes sure that he's available for that final ball, and he converts the second goal. A third goal, Southampton were done by that time already, and it was shocking, that third goal, if I'm being very honest with you. But I'm not gonna really say much about it, because mentally Southampton were done. They were drained. They defended so good for almost 80 minutes of the game, and then just to see to concede 2 goals in such a short span of time, and that you're basically lost the games. The heads drop. It's an unfortunate thing, but that is one of the biggest reasons why they are in the table, that they are basically gonna get relegated as well. They might come back. You never know. The way that they performed today, it was a really good performance. They should be really proud of themselves. They are almost like 16-17 games to go still. There's a big chance for them that they might catch up, but they really need to win the games. And today's performance was really good for them, but unfortunately for them, they were not able to get the 3 points. United, they got the 3 points. Ahmad was brilliant and everything, but they were poor. I will stand by it. I don't think a majority of United fans who know what is happening, they would be happy with that performance. They really needed a special performance, and they got that. If Ahmad doesn't turn up, I don't think United could score even 1 goal in that game. It was quite bad, to be very honest with you. And if it continues, they have won. It's a great feeling. They got the 3 points, but I don't think if it continues, they are going to be anywhere near the European places, or trying to qualify for it as well, if I'm being very honest with you. So yeah, that is it from me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys think of United's performance, what you guys think of United's position as a club at the moment. Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers as quickly as possible, so please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and help us out. Until next time, bye bye.